Dr. Fuster, he always inspires me. Just always so amazing how much he does.
He is always there for you, always inquiring about you during good times and bad times.
Dr. Fuster is certainly a visionary and a transformational leader. He's motivated and inspired each of us to believe in science, to invest in science, to invest in the rigor, also to focus on patient-centeredness.
And he's one person you can count on. So if you have a problem, you can pick up the phone, call him, and you can be sure he'll get back to you with very wise answers.
The JACC Journals portfolio is really the North Star. And I think what he's done for the college through the journals is he's grounded the college in science, the patient, and the trainee. Those three fundamental tenets of his vision have really transformed the journals and, in fact, the college as well.
Dr. Fuster led JACC during a very critical time. His leadership occurred during a period of rapid change in the publishing world, and despite all this change, the journals never missed a beat. Dr. Fuster's steadfast leadership kept us on a path for innovation and success for the entire portfolio of journals.
When Dr. Fuster began as the editor-in-chief of JACC, there were 4 journals. So it's grown to 10 journals under his leadership. And he's really positioned the portfolio of journals for growth and making sure we are reflective of the specialties of the field.
The journal represents the most important function of rendering the education to its fellow members and the cardiovascular community.
It's taking the fingerprints of academic medicine and translating it into cardiovascular practice. And so the journals are probably one of the greatest impacts or influences that we can have on practice itself.
I think the amazing thing about Dr. Fuster is he is the most driven, he's the busiest man, he's the hardest worker I think any of us know. He's created this sense of family within the JACC journals that's just unparalleled.
Dr. Fuster is incredibly kind and giving to those with whom he works.
I love watching him in action. I love listening to the words he chooses and how he interacts with others, but also just his very calm demeanor and his direct leadership.
He has taught me the fact that there is very little limitation to bandwidth once you decide to do something and you're committed to it.
He has made such a fundamental difference across the globe, I'd say, in terms of cardiovascular medicine, in terms of his science, in terms of his impact.
I have also benefited immensely from his mentorship because of his global appeal and his international stature.
In the documentary about him that talks about his global cardiovascular science and in global health, it's called The Resilient Heart. And I think that is the perfect description of this man and the sentiment he puts out into the world.
Dr. Fuster has a passion for ensuring that children get the opportunity to learn and practice healthy lifestyles. He particularly focuses on children in underserved communities. And because of his relentless work in this area and this drive and his passion, Sesame Street created a Muppet and named it after him, Dr. Rooster. So Dr. Rooster spends a lot of time teaching Cookie Monster and other characters of Sesame Street about healthy lifestyles.
I think in my heart, I can say he's made a fundamental difference in my life. And I will always, always, always be grateful to him for that, for just caring about each and every one of us, and for investing in us and just being an altruistic mentor.
Thank you, Dr. Fuster, for all that you have done for me personally and for the entire cardiovascular community across the globe.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fuster, for always being so kind to me, for always welcoming me, and for allowing me to be vulnerable.
Thank you for everything that you've done for the field of cardiovascular medicine, for the ACC, for JACC Journals.
For science, for the JACC family of journals, and more importantly, all the things you did for me personally as I navigated this editorial journey. And I'm truly fortunate to have known you and cherish every moment of our association.
You've been a terrific supporter, and I'll always admire you and greatly respect you. So thanks very much for everything that you've done.
So, Dr. Fuster, thank you so much. You have been such an incredible contributor to ACC for so long.